Hello, welcome back to Nail It by Nay. I am actually filming on my iPhone today and I'm no tech guru, so I'm just showing you now that the settings are just the normal video mode. I'm also filming without any lighting because my dining area is quite lit up well in the day, so I'm just going to pull the blind up on the window and the French doors, and then I'm going to place my table right here next to my dining table. Probably would have been better to place it where the table is, right in front of the French doors, but I'm not going to rearrange my whole kitchen for this. I'm using a brush-on builder today by Glitterbels. You would have seen this in my very last video, but I'm going to be using it on my damaged and very long nail. I just think my nails need a little bit of a break from acrylic right now, so I'm going to see how well this product does. I am actually still learning with this product and I don't think it's going to compete against acrylic for me. I'm just going to be really honest. Maybe because I haven't used it much, so I'm still finding my way with it, but I think this builder, the brush-on builder method, just takes so much longer than acrylic. But I'm just going to get straight to it. I'm going to start by pushing back my cuticles. Now, the correct drill piece of mine is currently missing, so I am using my e-file, which you shouldn't really use on your natural nails, but as you can see, it is barely on, and I'm just going really gently to remove all that crust around the cuticle area. I didn't pick this bit up when filming, so I've slotted it in now, but I just wanted you to see that I am actually using Glitterbels Dehydrator before I use Glitterbels Brush-On Builder. All you do is paint it on just like normal nail polish. It dries quite quickly. Once that's dried, I'm going to go with my first layer of Brush-On Builder Gel. So what I'm doing here, even with the first coat, is pushing the product down just to create a neat guideline for myself of where I'm going to stop the cuticle, because you don't want to flood that. And you obviously want your nails as neat as possible. Another reason I'd like to just overlay my natural nails with this is because every time I overlay somebody's nails with this, their natural nails, they like show me retention pictures after 3 weeks even, to say, look how long the product's on, even though it looks like, come on, it needs to be redone now. But I just feel that would be really beneficial for my nails, because within that 3-week period, if any of my nails start lifting and I don't react within that hour, then it does actually start pulling at your natural nail and damages it. That is not to say that you should even be getting nails lifting, but when you do your own nails, it's really difficult when you do your dominant hand with your non-dominant hand to do as great of a job as you do on the other, if that makes sense. Nail techs who do their own nails, you know what I mean. Now, I've cured the first layer, which you can barely see, but it should be that way because it should be really thin. I've skipped a base coat as well. I normally use the actual builder as a base and I never have any issues with it. It seems to be fine, so I mean, do as you please, but that's the way I do it. I know that was quite fast, so you may have not seen it, but make sure you cap the free edge each time to seal the polish. Again, I'm trying to work the gel when I can see there's areas that are gappy, so where you can see through them. But the last time I did it, I brushed it on and it came out well. I think it probably is better to do that the way I filmed it last time. Just go and check out that video too. Like I said, I'm still finding my way with this, so when I've got it bang on, I'll refilm and show you again. The cuticle looks nice and neat though, and then I'm just going to tip my thumb upside down to self-level. That should help me fill in some of the gaps. Third coat now, see what I mean? It's just, I feel like it's a bit slower than acrylics, but I mean, if it's gonna save my nails a little bit, make them a bit healthier, then I guess I've not really got a choice at the moment. Pushing down again just to make sure the product stops where you want it to stop in that cuticle area, and then sort of wiping up, swiping, whatever you want to call it. I think sometimes I actually do make it harder. Like I said, the last video I did, I literally brushed it on like polish. I did have to do 3 coats then, but I mean, it looked alright in the end. I think it's probably longer to do it like this. Maybe I'm just being a bit of a perfectionist because I know I'm only doing it on this nail. For now, anyway. Again, I noticed a little bit of a gap where really the majority of the product should be, so in that apex area. So filling that in by swirling the brush, swirling the product in, or on rather. Still the 3rd coat because I'm just being a bit extra. Well, not extra, you want to do it properly, don't you? So again, just filling in that area that should be a little thicker. I have noticed there's too much product on the end. You'll see when I turn my nail on the side, you can see it now. But I'm just going to use my e-file to just shave that down a little bit. Capping the free edge once again. This is my last coat. Now I've already top coated and I didn't get this on camera either, and I've done the free edge here, but there's no harm in just showing you again as long as I keep the product really thin before I put my nail into the lamp. This is it, but as I said, it's a bit bulky, you can probably see on the tip, so I'm just going to file it down. Now I did this with my pinky, but as you can see I think I might have gone a bit over the top because now there's quite a gap between the cuticle and my nail, so I'm going to try and avoid doing that again with this nail. Probably want your setting a little bit faster, a bit higher than this, but I really don't want to damage my nail any further, so really light and really light pressure. It's also not that bulky, it's only a little bit too much product, so I don't want to go over the top and file it down and then it ends up being like really thin. I'm going to turn it up a little bit, and I'm just going to go over the whole nail really lightly, barely any pressure, and just file it all. I'll go across when I do the very top and the cuticle area, just so I can get around the cuticle area without actually damaging my skin and just get as close as I can to the edge. And yes, I have been told about how I hold the e-file, but this is how I hold a pencil also, so I guess it's just a really bad habit that I can't break. I feel like I have no control when I try and do it the correct, supposed correct way. This also looks weird, I'm afraid, because trying to file your nail while not knocking the camera and doing it close enough is a little bit awkward. We're now going in with our colour, which is Miley Note to Self. This is one of my newer ones, really love it. I'm going in with hardly any product to make the layer really thin, probably a little bit over the top. We are going to need a little bit more than that, even for thin coats. Probably because the majority of the product is at the top of the brush there that I didn't see. Right, we're sorted, back to it. My personal opinion is that this product is suited to shorter nails. If you can see my pinky, I feel like that's been built up quite well. I feel like I could have built up a little bit more of an apex on this nail, which I think would have taken even longer. Or it could just be because the tip of my thumb is still a little teeny bit too bulky, so it's sort of giving the illusion that I haven't got enough of an apex, because as I'm looking at it now from the side, looks okay. If there is one thing I have learned, it is that you can film a video on your iPhone that looks as good as a professional camera, in my opinion. So, I mean, going forward, that's what I might do. I know my nails are bad and ready to come off, but you should actually just put cuticle oil on quite frequently to keep your cuticles nice. So there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.